So we talked about the top 46 in the channel and I made a review about it. In the review I said this is a high quality clipper, and it is. But there is a design flaw that just wrecks everything, and that's a problem with the shaft of the top 46. And this is the exact same product with the brand NRD Pro, as you can see here, the exact same product. And it came here for the problem of noisiness. It's just super noisy. There we go. So in this video I want to talk about my experience with implementing different shafts on different clippers, the things that I learned, the mistakes that I made, and the ways that I'm trying to solve them. So there we go. As you can see here, it's not the original shaft of the Tom 46. This is the shaft of Babyliss clipper. As you can see, this is a brand new Babyliss motor, and this is the shaft. Okay, there you go. And I put this on Tom 46. So the original shaft is this. Okay, and pay close attention to this part. It's all about this part. Okay, and just compare it to Babyliss. Compare it to Babyliss. There you go. Okay, so let me put it on this Tom 46 clipper. There you go. As you can see, it has a very small contact point with the cam follower. So when the connected area becomes smaller, the pressure goes up. Okay, so this is a very small connected point, so the pressure on it, on the cam follower, is just insanely high. Okay, this is the reason that this clipper with 1800 RPM just worn out the cam follower just super fast, just damaged it and wrecked the cam follower just super fast under 1 year. Okay, and just compare it with this. Change the shaft, the Babyliss shaft. It just went all the way to the end. So you have now a bigger contact point, so the pressure is just super low. Okay, just compare it side by side. There we go. So just see on the left you got the original shaft of Tom 46, a very small contact area, and on the right you got the Babyliss shaft just went all the way to the end, and just a very small pressure on the cam follower. Okay, so when it puts a lot of pressure on the cam follower, it just make a circle like shape in the middle of the cam follower here, and just this gap here becomes wider, and when it becomes wider, it becomes much more noisier, and the performance just get decreased just insanely. Okay, so this is the reason that the barber tried to just make it narrower, but wrapping a metal part around the cam follower to just make it narrower, make it more silent, and increase the performance. But how long you can't go with this? Okay, you can't continue with this. So I just ordered 2 brand new cam follower. It was too hard to find in Iran, but I just it will get here. So I changed the shaft for now. I'll change the cam follower too, but as you can see here, now this is the perfect shaft. So it's a really easy thing to miss. So just pay close attention to it. It's really easy to miss. I missed it when I was analyze this clipper. It's really, everything about this clipper is good. The battery is good, the circuit is good, the motor is really good, the shaft, the cam follower is high quality, the blade was good, and everything about it was good. But I didn't pay attention to the surface area between the cam follower and the shaft, so that wrecks everything. Okay, here we go. So now for every barber that has Tom 46 or NRD barber, I just recommend them to just change the shaft. Okay, so it needs a very, very good maintenance if you want to run it for around 1.5 years. But most of the barbers even don't know how the maintenance works on clippers. Okay, so that's a problem that we had on Tom 46. Now we just change the shaft with the Babel's one, and sometimes you can repair the cam follower, but in this case I just you can repair such thing. Okay, so there you go. That's about the Tom 46. Now I want to talk about our boosted series. Okay, so let me tell you what went wrong on that. So this is the first shaft that we tested on our boosted wall. See, it's a super torque shaft. It has a higher torque in compared to Gamma's shaft. Okay, so this is the first version, and this is the I ordered two type of this is the first time that I ordered motor from China. So this is the exact shaft that you see on Gamma. Okay, now it's connected to a brushless motor. I ordered two types of it. For each type I ordered 5 brushless motor, so it's the third one, and this version is the 6500 RPM one. Okay, another type was 7200 RPM. This is 6500 RPM, and this was the shaft. Okay, just let me show you the shaft, and this is the last version. So now is exact same shaft that you see on the Vols clippers. Okay, there we go. Now the Boss's brand, as you can see here, the Persian pronunciation is Sabori. It's a Boss's brand, and it's just Boss's costume brushes for that. So why we just change this shaft, the Ultra Super Torque shaft, to this one? So what happened? Okay, it's about the durability. It's about durability. So with this shaft, you get the performance of this shaft and this are just same. Okay, with the same RPM, the performance is the same. The only thing that is different between these two shafts when you're working with it is the user experience. You have a better feeling with this one. Okay, you have a better feeling. But this one, with this one, your key blade oil part and your cam follower and a spring just lasts for 5 months. This just wrecks just everything. But in that 5 months, just feel perfect. Okay, but with this, you can go up to 7 months, 8 months, but you have a less that you don't have that good feeling that you have with Super. The way it's still good. That it just runs for 7 to 8 months. After that, just you should change the cam follower and the key blade or part and the spring sometimes. But with this, you can go up to 1 year. We just ordered it 3 months ago. It's the 7200 RPM version. The 6500 RPM is in its way. It's still I think it's still in China. And we hope this will work for 1 year. So this was good, but we wanted our booster series to work at least for 1 year with no problem. For each year, they change off the key blade or part and the cam follower and the spring just needed, and maybe sharpening the blade. So we had durability problem with this one. Our clipper was good, but it wasn't durable. 5 months is just a very small period, very short period. Okay, so this is why this is what we learned. So with this, it wasn't that bad, but if the barber was just terrible at maintenance, the clipper that had this type of shaft on it, we just come back here after 3 months. Okay, we didn't know this. We didn't know this, that this shaft, this just ultra super torque shaft, we just wrecks the clipper under 6 months. We didn't know that. Now we know it, and we just, some barbers still order this shaft. They want the clipper with this shaft. They are completely okay to come here every 5 months, 6 months to change the cam follower. They're completely okay with it. But our the shaft that now we prefer is this one. We changed the rotary motor and the battery, rotary motor with the brushless one and the battery with the high quality Sanyo, or I showed you the battery. Mostly we use the Sanyo but Sanyo battery. So the reason that we changed them is to make the boosted version work just forever. Maybe only that the only thing that should get changed on boosted versions are the cam follower, the keyblade or and the spring. Only they should get changed. Okay, but the clippers just come here under 6 months. It's just not acceptable for us. Okay, so this is the reason we just playing safe, and we use just the shaft of the Volant. It's a super high quality motor. We really loved it. We just love this motor. It's a very high quality. So super silent, and just the performance is great. So we have zero negative review about it. Zero. It's absolute zero. This is very really high quality. It was just perfect. So yeah, that was, so we tested this one, this shaft, we tested this shaft, and we ended up with this. So you may ask, okay, the Gamma boosted has a super torque shaft, so why the cam follower of the Gamma just runs for 1 year, 1.5 years with no problem? The reason is, when you're boosting wall, you're just facing a blade that is just too heavy. Let me see if I can find, yeah, I found it. There we go. When you are working with the Gamma, you are facing a blade this thin, super lightweight, 4 to 5 grams. Okay, so this will damage your cam follower just much less in compared to something like this bulky, heavy blade of the wall. So the weight of the blades matters a lot here. Okay, you can use a super torque motor with this. This combination just works for 1 year to 1.5 year. Just works perfectly with it. Okay, what with this one, under 6 months. So there should the weight of the blade and the shaft, just you should find a balance between them. They're completely connected with each other. Okay, so the reason is, your shaft, the first thing that it gets connected to is the dynamic blade. Okay, the mechanism, the cam follower, the keyblade or part, and the spring just connect these two with each other. Okay, so these two are just completely related to each other when you are assembling a clipper. Okay, so the reason that this Gamma doesn't fail under 1 year is the lightweight. The barber just changed it with the ceramic one. The reason is, the blade just super lightweight, and you can use a super torque. It's completely okay to use a super torque shaft for your motor. Okay, this is the reason that this doesn't go, nothing goes wrong with it. But on the boosted series, we use the heaviest blade that we have, and it's completely logical that things can go wrong with it. Now we just go with this heaviest blade and this. If you want a higher torque, you should just decrease the weight of the blade. Okay, so this is the problem we had with the wall. Okay, you got the, I think you got the point. So if you want a higher torque, you should decrease the weight of the dynamic blade. If you want a less torque, you can increase the weight of the blade. Okay, so we use the heaviest blade that we have on wall and on boost accessory, so we should use a small torque. It's just lower torque. Okay, so this combination works, but where I put the, let me see, this combination doesn't work. This combination works. This combination works too. Got it? There you go. So how we can get a super torque shaft and the heaviest blade that we can put on a clipper? How we can get it? And you need a very good design for it. The design that already got manufactured. So let's go for it. And it again is about the insane design of my favorite design. The insane design of VGR V-137. Just the insane design. You need it for to use a super torque shaft with a heavy blade. You need this mechanism, the mechanism that has a metal part here. It won't damage the cam follower. It just, a spring just sit on it just very good, and you can go with any blade that you like, anything. We tested this. We tested the heavy blade of wall on this mechanism with this shaft. It works for 1 year just perfectly, and the only problem that we had with VGR-137 is the slide gets just loose after 1 year. You should just make it just a little bit more fit in its place each year. Okay, when you go with a heavy blade, this is the only problem that happens. The slide get loose. Okay, and it's completely fixable. You can go completely good with it. And now it says zirconia blade on it, which performs on it just too perfect. Again, I suggested, if you're looking for a good clipper, just buy a VGR V-137, put your favorite blade on it, and enjoy it. It's just a really, really good clipper. Okay, so you need this design if you want a super torque shaft and a heavy blade. You need this design. So another good design that is, so we have the exact same design on Contact Revo. It got manufactured by iClipper. I think the Pricelta, I don't know the pronunciation. I think it has the same clipper now. So let me show you how they just, okay, it comes the frame. Let me show you. We need a little bit better focus on camera, so I couldn't record this on GoPro. Now I think that it was a very good choice. So you see this metal part here? Instead of the keep blade or part, you need this. So it's a cam follower friendly design, so you can go a heavy blade. As you can see, it's already a kinda heavy blade on it, and it runs for a long time. Okay, you need this design if you want both torque and the heavy blade. As you can see, it's super torque. Okay, the torque is kinda similar. And so you can go, so this combination now works. This combination now works. You can go with a heavy blade on top of this mechanism. This works. this works and this works. Okay, but the combination of a heavy dynamic blade with this mechanism, the mechanism of the wall, and a super torque shaft doesn't work. It just wrecks your mechanism. But on this, because the cam follower just slides much easier on the cube blade over part, just the damage just get controlled very well. Even on VGRV-137 is just much better. Okay, so on these you can control the pressure much better with these all because of this. It's the magic of this little part here. So you see, just a simple part, just like this part, just plays a huge role. Just this does the magic here, just as simple as this. It's just a metal part. Okay, so you can go with a super torque shaft with a heavy blade, but you can't go with it on walls mechanism. You need this mechanism. You need this mechanism. And it's a very interesting thing to experience that this works. Okay, you should pay close attention as a manufacturer, as someone who assembles the clippers, yeah, that was a really good thing to know. Now, so you should test it to understand these. Okay, so let's recap whatever we talked about. We had Tom 46, a small area. It was insane pressure on the motor, so on the cam follower, so we changed it with the Babel's shaft goes all the way to the end, so it has a much less pressure on the cam follower. Okay, so we changed it this way, so we couldn't continue with this on wall. With a heavy blade of wall, you need a much lower torque, something like this. But we can go with a super torque shaft and a heavy blade on this mechanism. Okay, there you go. So I think that's all I want to say in this video. And is there anything else? No. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like it. If you dislike it, please dislike it. And if you want to add anything, if I was wrong on anything, you can just tell in the comments, and I will be happy to read them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.